How's it going, YouTubers? Nightmare 70 here. I'm back with another toy review, and today I'm reviewing another old figure, but still a very nice figure. Today I'm reviewing Transformers Universe 2.0 Ultra Class Stormcloud, released way back in 2008. And if you guys remember, figures back then were really great and nice and solid. This being one of them. Now, if you don't already know, Stormcloud is a repaint of Powerglide. Now, Powerglide, this is actually my Walmart exclusive Powerglide repaint. The original Ultra Class Powerglide was in all white with a little red, so basically the opposite. Now, this one's more accurate. I like this one more, so I don't have the original released. So you can see, Powerglide is an Autobot. Stormcloud, if you don't already know, is a Decepticon. Now, one thing actually, when I was a kid, I always found out that repainting an Autobot figure into a Decepticon figure, I always found out as a kid, I always thought that was kind of weird. But if I'm being honest, I'm really glad they used Powerglide because I really love the mold. So let's see one more comparison of Stormcloud and Powerglide together. Now, I know the wings are, yeah, these guys are huge figures, huge Ultra classes. Alright, that's enough of Powerglide. Thank you, Powerglide. Now, if you can already tell, Stormcloud is based off of an A10 Thunderbolt, just like Powerglide, and he's done in all black with like a bluish gray, which doesn't look dull at all. It looks very nice. The black is nice. The silver is even nicer. He's got a clear purple cockpit with some silver detailing, which is very nice. Some darker purple, which is very nice. And he has on his engines MM89 on both sides. Now, if you're a G1 collector, if you grew up in the 80s, you might remember Stormcloud is actually based off of the Micromasters figure that was released way back in 1989. So MM Micromaster 89, the year that the Micromaster figure was released, which was, of course, 1989. Now, this looks very beautiful. He does roll alright, but the wheels on these aren't as good. But as a display piece, that's not really going to bother me at all. He's not going to be rolling anyway. He's going to be landing. And those engines done in a very, not a super dark gray, but it is just done in gray, which looks like a shiny gray, so almost like a silvery gray, which is very nice. Very nice. I really enjoy this design. So again, let's do a 360 of Stormcloud in plane mode. So again, he is an A10 Thunderbolt. And the engines, now the electronics, since he is an Ultra Class, you already saw the red button. It would play 3 sounds, which are exactly the same as Silverbolt, but unfortunately, my electronics, the batteries are dead. I had to remove them because they were dead, and I need to get new ones soon. I'll try this weekend, but here in Arizona, guys, it is actually really hot. It's already, the 100-degree days are back, and it's been about it's been about 110 degrees this week. Jeez. Yeah, so I'm trying not to go on my bike to the store, just to go to the store. It's very hot out here, you guys, here in Arizona. But other than that, you get the deal. I'll eventually get some batteries for this mold. And if I do, I'll definitely show off the sounds here on YouTube, whether I review Powerglide or not. Which I'll try to get some before I review Powerglide. Then I'll show them off with Stormcloud sounds. I almost forgot. Now, for some comparisons, here he is next to Nemesis Prime, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Nemesis Prime. Now, this actually looks, it could be good scale. Here he is with Blue Streak or Silver Streak to show you how he looks next to a Universe car. A deluxe in this case. Ironhide. Now, this is Henkei Ironhide, but it's exactly the same model as the Hasbro Ironhide. I don't have my Hasbro Ironhide anymore. I love this one better. So, Henkei Ironhide. Alright. Blades, the Protectobot, also from Universe 2.0, if I can fix his blades. So here he is next to a helicopter Voyager, also from Universe 2.0. Protectobot blades. Alright. Classics Megatron. Yeah, way off scale, definitely. Treadbolt. So here he is next to Treadbolt, without that backpack. Honestly, who cares about that right now? So here's Stormcloud next to Treadbolt. Another universe figure. And just to see how he looks like with some of the newer figures, sort of new. Here he is next to Siege Starscream. Now this is up to custom, if you can see it right now. That's just a sticker I added. I want to give him a little more color, so you can have 3 symbols, kind of like with the old G1 figure. So here he is next to Siege Starscream, just because. So Siege Ratchet. And final comparison to show how he looks with the older figure and a smaller deluxe, which figures these days are just not this big anymore. The Netflix Bumblebee. Yeah, I think that's actually a good scale. That looks like a really good scale. Now let me transform these guys, and I will transform Stormcloud. But I forgot one thing. Stormcloud comes with a... You guys remember figures back then used to have the spring-loaded features, spring-loaded handguns, firearms. And you see, this would be this is where if you want Stormcloud to fire his missile while in plane mode, there's a little connector piece right there. If it connects, it probably won't connect that well, but if you wanted to connect, you have to rotate it. Now it might look like this. It might look crooked because of the missile, but that's where you can store it. And the missile is actually spring-loaded. It shoots pretty far a bit, so that's why I blocked it. But if you want them without the missile, if you want to have that Gatling gun look, there you go. That's Stormcloud with gun storage. Now for the missile, probably not much you can do with it. If you want the Gatling gun to look straight while he's flying, I was like, that's just putting this in a little plastic baggie so you don't lose it. But let me transform the other figures and let me get Stormcloud transformed to robot mode, and then we'll go on from there. So hang on, you guys. Right, you guys. Now I got Stormcloud transforms. Now for some comparisons before we move on. Alright, yeah, this guy's huge. Here we have Stormcloud next to... Hang on a second. Here he is next to Ironhide. Deluxe Ironhides, to see how they look together. Yeah, this guy's pretty big, so I had to back him up a little bit. So here's... Whew, oops, my bad, you guys. I'm really sorry about that. Oh. Yeah, this guy is huge. I'm really sorry about this, you guys. So again, alright, so let's start over again. Here is Stormcloud next to Ironhide, Deluxe Ironhide. Here he is next to Treadbolt. Here he is next to Siege Ratchet. Again, Ironhide I used, Henkei Ironhide as you just saw. So here he is next to Siege Ratchet. Here he is next to Netflix Bumblebee. I think that makes good scale since this guy being an A10 Thunderbolt, huge. Here he is next to Nemesis Prime. Here he is next to Megatron, if he wants to stand today. It's those wings. Man, sorry. These guys are huge. So, as you can see, come on, Megatron. Lord Megatron has been drinking, huh? Yeah, I've been drinking, haven't you, Lord Megatron? Come on, fit. Alright. As you can see, Stormcloud is still a little bit taller than Classics Megatron. He's still taller than Lord Megatron, as you can see. Since he's actually an Ultra, that explains the height. Here he is next to his second in command, Megatron's Lieutenant, Starscream. Again, this is Siege Starscream, just because. And yeah, dude, this Voyagers are just aren't as big as they used to be anymore. So Stormcloud is definitely taller than Siege Screamer. Get that out of the way. Here he is next to Blue Streak. Yeah, this mode I'm having trouble with. Not the best fate modes to stand. But still, I can still enjoy them. But they're still perfect for display pieces. If you're just like me, if you don't mess with your figures, you just have them for your display piece. If you just want some old school figures. So here he is. Here's Stormcloud next to Blue Streak. Now we have two more comparisons after this one. So yeah, I think the Deluxes used to be this big. Thank you, Blue Streak. Here is Stormcloud next to Blades, the Protectobot. Yeah, let me get him. Now, unless you count those those Blades can be a large Voyager, but for me, it's not gonna count. But if you look from the heads, Stormcloud is still, of course, taller than Blades, since Blades, the Protectobot, since Blades is a Voyager, he's still a bit shorter than Stormcloud, since he's, of course, an Ultra. Dude, this is like a big Ultra. So again, that's Stormcloud with Blades, with Protectobot Blades. And just because, let me get that out of the way. Let me just put them down, because that's Blades' attack mode. In case you want to see him in regular robot mode, which I can't imagine. But just without any of that junk, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, I still enjoy it. Yeah, you get the deal. And one more comparison. Yep, you guessed it, you guys. The final comparison of Stormcloud. That is, of course, Powerglide. And geez, I can't believe how much time it's been now. So here's Stormcloud next to Powerglide. Friendly robot. Evil robot. Definitely don't want to be with this guy. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Sorry, I was trying to fix Stormcloud's chest to work so you could see the oh wait, I see the problem now. Hang on. Alright, you guys, I actually had Stormcloud's chest misconnected. So that's why you couldn't see the chest that well. The symbol. It was misproportioned. But so anyway, so one more comparison I had with Powerglide. Alright. Thank you, Powerglide. Now on to Stormcloud in robot mode. Now Stormcloud, let's take a quick look at his detailings. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry, so sorry about that, you guys. Whoa. I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. Alright, so Stormcloud, as you can see, his head is done in gray with a little purple, and he has a kind of like a yellow. He has a yellow mouth plate. In person, to me, it looks like it's green, a little green, like a yellowish green for me. But I can promise you, it's actually yellow in camera as it shows. But I promise you, it's also yellow in person. Now, let's see, he has a Decepticon symbol. And one thing, actually, now, if I'm being honest with you guys, when I was younger, I wasn't really planning on getting this mode, nor was I planning on getting Stormcloud nor Powerglide, because, and look at his, the electronics. I'm not even going to say it. When you click there's a button right there. If you press this down, it could click the button, and the electronics would light up there. It would only be the machine gun, unfortunately, but that doesn't bother me at all. But what bothers me is that, since he's an Ultra, man, the battery component becomes his, I'm not even gonna say it, his man boobies. That's what I call them. Like he's got some man boobies, or if you want to call them, chest fat. That's what I kind of call them. It does look like he got some chest fat. That's how it makes me laugh. A lot of people just even mentioned them as man boobies. Which, let's not talk about that. It's not really appropriate to talk about. Just show you how I felt. Articulation. You see that ratchet hinge? I mean, that was a good figure. You can do it to 100, 360, you 90 degree in the elbow. 90 degrees. His head can go up and down because of transformation. He can also do a 360. And when you and he would have red eyes when you play the electronics. And repeat the same thing with the other arm. When I mentioned the articulation, he can do a split, but it's on a tight ratchet hinge. He can do a split. He can do a 360. The ratchets on this thing are really tight. So those were some really good figures back then. You can get some good poses. You can even do a soccer kick. Goal! For those who play soccer, like I said, you can do a soccer kick. Same thing with the other leg. Goal! For us Mexicans. Now, not Powerglide. Stormcloud, 360 of him. Very nice figure, you guys. Very nice figure. I love the mold. If you only get one repaint or one version of the Powerglide mold, get Stormcloud, because I really like him. He's a really nice figure. And before we go, you guys, the weapon. Now, if you want him to have the missile as a kid, you can hold the gun on either side, so you can shoot it like that. But I think that looks ridiculous. So that's gonna go bye-bye. And I like to have the Gatling gun facing to make it look like he's actually holding a real gun. Hang on, I don't think I have this all the way out. Yeah, hang on. Right, I could have sworn that arm wasn't all the way out, but I guess it was. Now, Power Glide. He's got a little yellow on the knee thighs. Got a little more purple, and he's got some clear purple for, like I'm not even gonna say it, his chest fat. Let's just call it that. He's got a little more gray though on his crotch. And does he have? He does have waist articulation, so you can get him some good poses against the Autobots. But he is going to be back heavy, top heavy, because of the backpack. But as a display piece, it's very nice. Yeah, like I said, as a display piece, very nice. And since this is a Power Glide mode, and this is my first time reviewing this mode, since I haven't reviewed Power Glide yet, I will eventually, you guys, I promise. Let's just show off what this mode had in the first place, and that they didn't remove for this Decepticon. So here, his Decepticon symbol. When you lift this chest piece up, I don't know if you see it. It reveals a heart. Now where is my? Never mind. Oh, there it is. My flashlight. I don't even see it that well, but see. He's got a heart done in all black. Now, if you guys remember with this figure, if you remember, for those who watched G1 back in the 80s, when it was aired way back in 1984, the heart actually represents, it actually resembles the episode, The Girl Who Loved Power Glide. Now, I haven't seen that episode yet, but I am aware of it. I just haven't seen it. Power Glide would have a heart on his chest when you lift it up to hint that episode. Now I don't know what season that episode is from, or the number of the episode. I can't remember, but if I find out, I'll put in the link in the description below on no light piping on Stormcloud's video here. Okay, you guys, I promise. So again, Stormcloud has a heart, which is unpainted. If you want to paint it, go ahead. I'm not really gonna do that. Probably look better either in silver or purple. Probably not red though, since he is a Decepticon. Alright. Yeah, it's weird Hasbro kept the Autobot symbol. Not Autobot symbol. Shit, sorry. It's weird that Hasbro let Storm. If I can talk today, I find it kind of weird that Hasbro let Stormcloud keep Power Glide's heart, because Stormcloud is obviously a Decepticon and he's a different character, but they use the same mold. So either way, I still enjoy this figure, you guys. Now if you can find Stormcloud for a good price, and even if you already have Power Glide, whether it's the original, the Walmart exclusive Power Glide, which I showed, or the Henkei version, if you really want a G1 or more G1 accurate, but I like the Hasbro one more. But either way, if you have a Power Glide, I still would pick up Stormcloud, because he's still a nice figure, especially if you want a Stormcloud character in your collection. If you can find this guy for a reasonable price, pick him up. He's not a bad figure. He's definitely a good toy to have, especially for us old school collectors, for those who collect Universe 2.0. I'm a big fan of that line. So that's going to be it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of Transformers Universe Stormcloud. I'll be back with another toy review soon, but until then, take care, you guys. Till all are one. Nightmare 70 out.